chasing the G.A.R. We are here with a very special soldier. This is Private Henry Willis. And our good friend Paul here is going to speak on behalf of Private Henry Willis. Very special.
Private Henry Willis is a member of the 39th U.S. Colored Troops in the Civil War. It was organized in Baltimore 1864, and they saw a whole lot of the elephant. They were at Petersburg. They were at the Crater, Weldon Railroad, Fort Fisher, Wilmington, and in fact, Henry Willis and his regiment were present at the Bennett's house for the final surrender of the Confederate Army, Johnston's surrender. And so here we have, here in Kittanning, Pennsylvania, we have an honored veteran of the U.S. Colored Troops, the second member of the U.S. Colored Troops that we feature in this cemetery. And so Matt is now going to talk a little bit about some of those actions that his regiment was involved in.
Thanks, Paul. When you talk about USCT, everybody immediately thinks of the Crater, the Battle of the Crater. And this gentleman was right there. You could say Burnside's blunder. You know, he send the USCT troops are sent in, and honestly, everybody, it's a pigeon shoot. It's you get picked off. You know, it goes back to it gets Pennsylvania miners. You know, they blow up part of the Confederate line, and the full attack. Well, it turns out to be a disaster. The USCT troops are right in the middle of that Battle of the Crater. They lose so many men. Paul mentioned about the 280 men lost in this regiment. That's a high number. It really is. And then the brutal assault on Petersburg. A full frontal assault on the Petersburg works outside of Petersburg. Many casualties. And the USCT troops were right in the middle of that assault.
Again, when we hear the news, we will cheer it. The minstrel boy shall return again.